The Alpha Sessions live on Radio Brockley.
Hello and welcome back to the Alpha Sessions. Live today we are celebrating 10 years of the Alpha Sessions. I am with Amelia Lappert. Hello Amelia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's so great to have you back. You were last on the show about 18 months ago.
Yes.
We're going to chat all about what you've been doing since then. We're going to hear some live tracks.
Yeah.
But for everyone out there on the radio waves who hasn't heard Amelia before, what would you describe your music as? What do you think our listeners could tune into?
I would always say kind of pop with folk influences and country influences, all sorts of... I always use the word ish when I'm describing my music. I'm just like, folk-ish pop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you could say fusion, right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's
I like
really,
that word, yeah.
that's really in right now.
That's good.
Nice. Artists don't want to pigeonhole themselves, you know?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
really cool. So, Amelia, how did you get into music? What's your story about how you came from doing it as a hobby and now you're doing it as a profession, right?
Yeah, so I don't know, I always loved kind of writing music. As a young child, I was very introverted and I kind of was in my room a lot, writing stories and songs, just lyrics and just kind of making tunes to them without any instruments. And then I was like, I'm going to teach myself guitar. So I borrowed one of my dad's like chord books and just taught myself some chords and just started writing songs from that. That was like age 10-ish. And then I was still really shy but still kind of doing it and playing the songs to my family only, really. And then I decided that I was going to do music at uni. Did that, and we were kind of forced to go out and perform as part of the degree, and that kind of just forced me to come out of my shell and, yeah, do it more. And then after uni, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to do it now.
That's amazing. That's an amazingly brave choice to make right after uni. Were you with a lot of people from your course who decided to do that, or were you quite a special person who thought, I can do this?
I don't know. I think a lot of people decided they didn't want to, I think. A lot of people, I think, went into teaching and stuff, which I have done as well. But there are a few still trying as well, like
That's
me.
cool. So what do you do now? Are you still singing and songwriting your own stuff? I know on YouTube you've also got some covers, which we might talk
Yes.
about. What's your musical bread and butter?
So I mostly do my own songs when I go out and gig. I do the occasional cover because people like hearing covers, songs that they know. And it's nice, it's fun putting like your own twist on a cover as well. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. I feel like that's another thing that's quite in at the moment, different covers.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you approach that differently, like musically, when you think, oh, I like that, but I think I could do a different thing on it?
I don't know. I've kind of struggled with doing that, I think. But I don't know. I just kind of do it and hope that it sounds different.
Nice. There's a little bit of genius in there. Just the instinct.
I guess.
That's really cool. We were chatting before the show and Amelia was telling me how her mum was a huge influence, and because we are celebrating women in music, maybe we should just touch a bit more on that. How did your mum inspire you to be a musician?
She was kind of a massive influence because she is a singing teacher, and she kind of started singing to me from a young age, and we harmonised together and stuff, and I don't know, she kind of is always there to build my confidence and support me, and yeah, she's just really, really helpful. She's like a massive inspiration to me.
That's amazing. And does she still help you now?
Yeah, definitely. Like she's in, if you, this is a little plug, like me on Facebook, you'll see that I've got videos on there with her. I've done a cover of Living on a Prayer and she's harmonising with me. And what was the other one? More Than Words by Extreme, and she's harmonising with me there. And actually last night was my my great uncle's 70th birthday, and we did like a cover and kind of sang there on stage. So yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Does it mean a lot to you that you can share music? I know a lot of musicians, often they're quite different to everyone else in their family. No one else maybe does it. But if it's something that you share, does that...
Oh, yeah. It brings us together. It's like bonding.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So I've actually seen that on your YouTube channel you have this recent video which actually features most of your family. Do you use home videos? Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, engraved. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a bit about that, the process of making that video and why you decided?
To me, that song was about, it's about kind of family and close people to you who may not be with us physically anymore, but how they kind of live on within us. So I wanted to use the old family videos because I wrote that about my family who I've lost. So I wanted them to all be in the videos, and yeah, it was kind of, I guess, more selfishly for me than for anyone else, but I think it worked well.
Yeah, I've seen the video and I recommend everyone to go check it out on YouTube. And that's one of the tracks we're going to hear later, isn't it?
Yes.
Engraved. Awesome. That's really cool. So you mentioned a few minutes ago that you studied music at uni.
Yes.
You decided to do that because you were quite shy. How did it change your attitude studying it first before going out to have a career?
I guess it kind of prepared me a bit. And it was good being around like-minded people who all kind of wanted to go after the same thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know.
All life experience is good experience, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. So we're going to hear a first track from Amelia now. Do you want to quickly introduce the song?
Yeah, so this is called Gone Away, and it is available on iTunes and Spotify and Apple Music and all of those.
Amazing. Can't wait to hear it.
Thank you. Wouldn't matter if I wanted you. From what you said, it seems I have no choice. But you're lucky I feel the same way as you. Otherwise you'd feel the wrath from my voice. They say actions speak louder than words, but if you did me wrong I'd make my words heard. I know you claim to have done nothing wrong, but you did nothing for far too long. Can be hard to tell if you're still in love and you're just going through the motions of life. It could be that you are stuck in a rut. Who knew our love would die? They say actions speak louder than words, but if you did me wrong I'd make my words heard. I know you claim to have done nothing wrong, but you did nothing for far too long. Sometimes the love has just gone away.
That was so great, Amelia. Is that what you write your songs for? I've heard some of your videos, including that one. Everyone check it out on YouTube. It's really good. But it's quite different. It's got a lot of more like electronic effects. How do you decide what you're going to do for different types of settings, like the video or acoustic playing?
Well, I guess with the songs, I always write the songs acoustically. Like I write them either using the piano or using the guitar. And then when it comes to the recording process in the studio, I have someone else with me to bounce ideas off. Like, so the guy who did this with me, Toby Davis, his name is, he played, like, added bass onto it. So it was, and electric guitar, and then it was kind of MIDI stuff that we added on top, and we would kind of work together to find the right sounds. So it was just kind of a process of, I don't know, just seeing, like, going with the flow, I guess.
Nice.
And seeing what we decided to do.
Yeah, but you remain acoustic when you're playing live, is that right?
Yeah, most of the time. For my EP launch last year, I had a full band with me because I wanted it to sound more like the recordings live, and that was cool. But yeah, mostly it is just me.
Let's talk a bit more about your EP launch. You said it was last year.
Yes.
How many tracks and what was it like to record an album? Congratulations.
Thank you. So it was only 5 tracks.
Only, I think that's quite a lot though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, we did it over 5 days, I think it was. So basically like a track a day. And it was just really fun. Like, I'd written all the songs. I didn't write them specifically to go all together. They were kind of ones that I had in my catalogue, I guess. And we kind of chose which ones worked together and recorded it. And yeah, having the launch was really, really cool. That was awesome.
Where did you play for the launch?
That was at the Water Rats in King's Cross. And yeah, it was very stressful.
Oh no.
Just like the whole lead up to it. So I was doing it myself, like organising everything. And yeah, obviously you want to sell lots of tickets to make it worthwhile. But it was stressful in the lead up. But it was like one of the best experiences that I've had playing live. It was really cool.
That's so cool. Yeah, because there's so much management that you have to do as a musician, you know, which apart from being creative, takes a lot of work and energy.
Yeah, there's the whole business side to it now. And I think if you don't have that, it's a struggle.
Definitely. So when you're saying when you're in the room, you're making choices, who do you let influence your choices when you're recording? Because I suppose you can sometimes get bit possessive of a song maybe that you've created yourself. How do you let yourself be free and take creative criticism or different ideas from other people?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, I guess. I know, I don't know. It was more just he kind of played things and I was like, oh yeah, I like that. Or, oh, can you do this differently? And I guess having someone there to kind of give ideas was really useful anyway. So I didn't feel too protective over the song.
That's good.
Yeah.
I suppose, have you done a lot of collaboration with other artists?
Actually. No. That's something that I should probably do at some point.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It sounds great. That's awesome. Going back to, I mentioned the videos on YouTube. I really enjoyed watching them because it looks like you've put so much effort into filming them. How do you decide, okay, I've written this song, what images am I going to film? And then how do you actually go out and do it in the real world when there's like regular people who might interrupt your music video?
I never think about the video until after I've recorded the song. Then I listen to it. And with Game of Life, so I think the first video that I did was Game of Life. I think the idea just came to me. And then we got up really early and we went to the park, found our bench that we wanted to use, set up. And there were people walking past. But when they saw that we had a camera and a guitar, they kind of decided not to walk in front of the camera, which was nice of them. But we did end up asking one random man who was walking his dog to come and be in the video because I'd wanted like a variety of people. So yeah, that was cool. And then with Gone Away, we kind of came up, it was my friend and I, she helped me film it. We came up with like a story, we storyboarded, that's not a word, is it?
I like it, let's go with it.
And the idea was kind of just travel, and we just, again, got up early. And there were people in the video. I don't think they know they're in the video, but they are. Yeah, I don't know. I think it adds character when there's people.
Totally, because, you know, you're singing about everyday situations.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's got to be not. That's cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed those videos. They are really, really cool. So you already mentioned that your next song is Engraved. It's about your family.
Yes.
When you do a song like that, you've got the idea that you want to write it for certain people. What do you do first? Are you a lyrics based person, or do you get this like earworm of a melody?
Usually it's a melody. Occasionally, if I'm lucky, it's a melody and a lyric together.
Ooh.
Yeah. Often just like one line. And then I just sit down at piano or guitar and work on it, work around it. So it just varies really. I don't usually have like a kind of a structure of how I write. It just happens.
Wow, you make it sound so creative. I love it. How long does it take you to get from the first ideas to a song that you're happy with and can perform?
Usually a couple of hours.
Only?
Well, I mean, I work on it and I add to it and change it over the next few days. But usually, yeah, the whole song. Because I don't like leaving it half finished.
Yeah.
Because then I just know I probably won't end up going back to it. So I kind of like having most of a song there within a couple of hours. That's only if it's going somewhere. If I know that it's not going anywhere, then it could take ages.
Yeah. And do you ever perform it once and then think, actually, I need to do some changes because it didn't work?
Yeah, a lot. I do that all the time.
And that's what gigs are for, right?
Exactly, like testing them out. And often I'll play a song at a gig and be like, yeah, I never want to play that again. And just scrap it. Yeah.
For one night only, it was that song. What about if a song isn't cooperating, as you just mentioned? Is it really hard to let it go, or does time sort of bring it back?
Usually I just get rid of it and forget it was ever there. There's so many songs that I've written that I don't even know how they go because I've just given up on them.
Oh, amazing. Well, one you haven't given up on is this next track called Engraved. Yes. Amelia introduced it a little while back about her family, and I can't wait to hear it.
Thank you. Sometimes I walk, sometimes I run. Each day I rise with a nod to the sun. Some days I cry, most days I laugh. I make a point to never dwell on the past. And I know it might seem like I'm running away. The truth is you're with me every day. Hey, there's feelings in my fingers, deep down to the bones. There's feelings more than lingers, the kind of one that grows. I'll never get to tell you, so you're never gonna know what's I gotta do when the feeling never goes. Your name's engraved in my bones. The raw sunlight of the dawn in my mind, that's you saying good morning. When the sun disappears and the stars come out, I know that's your gaze looking down. I know it might seem like I'm running away. The truth is you're with me every step of the way. There's feelings in my fingers, deep down to the bones. There's feelings one that lingers, the kind of one that grows. I'll never get to tell you, so you're never gonna know what's I gotta do when the feeling never goes. Your name's engraved in my bones. There's feelings in my fingers, deep down to the bones. There's feelings one that lingers, the kind of one that grows. I'll never get to tell you, so you're never gonna know what's I gotta do when the feeling never goes. Your name's engraved in my bones.
That was Engraved. Thank you so much, Amelia. That was so cool. What does it feel like playing in a studio rather than one of your live gigs? Is it different?
It's different, yeah, it's definitely different. It's like I'm practicing at home.
Oh,
That's what
nice.
it's like, just in my house, yeah.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
I think that's a safe space, you know.
Yeah, that's why I got my shoes off and
Yeah.
everything. I feel so at home.
That is amazing. So, do you have, tell us a bit about what's coming up for you.
So I've got a few gigs lined up. My next one is next Saturday at the Spice of Life in Soho. I think it's free entry, although I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. Yeah, and that'll be really cool. I'm opening it at, I think, 7:45, I think, or 7:30, one or the other. I should have
Check it out online, guys. She'll be there.
It's on my Facebook. Yeah, and then there's some bands after me, and another guy, I think. And then I've got some more gigs in November leading up to my single, which will be out on the 30th of November. And I've got a single launch happening in the Red Lion in Radlett on the 30th of November, which is the Friday.
Cool.
And the single's called Everybody Fears. So, yeah.
And what's the single about? We chatted a bit before that it was, why don't you tell us?
Yeah. So, to me, the song's about a lot of it's about anxiety, like I've kind of self-doubt and anxiety. Kind of to do with going for a music career, but I mean it's vague enough that hopefully other people can relate. Just how kind of everyone has the self-doubt, hence everybody fears. Like everyone, it's not that weird, like you're not alone basically. That's the kind of message.
And
it's about.
so for people who might listen to the song and go, oh my goodness, I'm also anxious, I need to be brave. What's your advice for up and coming songwriters just like you?
Put it in a song.
Put it in a song.
It helps so much. It's so therapeutic.
Yeah. So is music more than, the way you want to earn your living?
Definitely.
It's like a well-being thing for you.
Yeah, for sure. It's like therapy. And it's like, it's always been my way. Instead of writing a diary, it's just write my feelings in a song.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I had that creative facility. That is pretty cool. So, okay, let's get to our little dreaming stage. What would be your dream gig? Let's think big here. Dream gig, and who would you want to work with? Do you have a musical bucket list?
Yes.
Good.
So I don't know where it would be. Probably somewhere like Wembley or somewhere.
Nice.
Jason Mraz is someone that I just love. Jason Mraz. Yeah.
Has his style influenced you?
Yeah, his style, his songwriting. He's like really lyrically clever, much more than me. And I've been listening to him for like the last 10 years and just always kind of, always followed him. And so he is someone that I would love to work with.
Nice. I'm sure it will happen.
Well,
let's keep our fingers crossed
we can dream,
that it will happen. So you've got guitar, but you mentioned piano as well. Do you ever play on the piano? Which one did you learn first?
I learnt the piano first when I was 7, I think, in school. Like a lot of people, kind of, it's their first instrument. And I think I decided not to, I don't know, I kind of stopped it because, when you're forced to learn something, it gets...
Totally.
Yeah, it's less of an exciting thing. So, although it was my first guitar, the fact that I decided to teach myself was, like, it just much more fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're doing independent choices for yourself.
Exactly.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
On that note, actually, we have had a question from Facebook.
Oh.
Thank you to everyone who's written a question. Please get some more in. This question is there an instrument that you don't play or haven't used that you would secretly really like to use in a song?
I feel like that could be from my dad. I feel like he's hinting that I need to use my trumpet more.
Do you have a dark past as a trumpet player?
Yeah, I have used my trumpet, just not live. I've used it like in Game of Life and in Engraved, there's trumpet solos, but I'm just terrified to use it live. Also, obviously, I can't sing and play guitar and use trumpet at the same time.
Yeah, that would be
That's a
hard.
slight issue.
Yeah.
That's where the loop pedal would come in handy, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, trumpet, anything else?
Don't think so. No.
Nice. Okay. So we're keeping to trumpet, piano, guitar. I mean, it's pretty much a lot already, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully enough.
So that's your dream experiences. What about from your time gigging and your album? What is the best musical experience that you've had that you're not going to forget in a hurry?
I think probably my EP launch.
Yeah.
Just because it was, like, it paid off. Like, I organised it and it actually worked. I just wasn't expecting it to work, and it was just really cool. Sold CDs and people were asking me to sign them, which was cool. Yeah. That was like a first. That was probably my biggest highlight so far, I think.
That's amazing. That's so good. Well, we are going to really quickly go into our last song. Do you want to tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, so this is a love song, and it's actually recorded and ready to be released next year, so it will be coming out, but it's one I wrote a while ago, so I've been playing it live for quite a while, and it's called All the Way to the Moon. Said you would walk all the way to the moon as if you had something to prove, but I know, yeah, I've known all this time. Said you would bring me 1,000 stars, fly up all the way to Mars, to show what I've known, that you're all mine. And I'm sorry for the things that I haven't said. I'm wishing silently for you to be here instead. It's just, I'm so shy, but darling, you're my guy. Said you would walk all the way to the moon as if you had something to prove, but I know, yeah, I've known all this time. Said you would bring me 1,000 stars, fly up all the way to Mars, to show what I've known, that you're all mine. And I'm sorry for the things that I haven't said. I'm wishing silently for you to be here instead. It's just, I'm so shy, but darling, you're my guy.
That's amazing. That's so good.
You would take me for a trip to the zoo, where we'd have a picnic under the moon. But the only light I need is shining from your eyes. We'd be dancing into the tunes, playing from the car with no roof, and everything would feel so right. And I'm sorry for the things that I haven't said, still wishing silently for you to be here instead. It's just I'm so shy, but darling, you're my guide. So I'm singing a song for you now, showing my feelings that I'm proud. Yeah, darling, you're my guide. Oh, with each new day is a new start. Hope is formed within my heart. The brave new me is gonna sing this song for you. What will it bring? And I'm sorry for the things that I haven't said, still wishing silently for you to be here instead. It's just I'm so shy, darling, you're my